Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, and I'm really excited for today's content because we are opening the MacFarlane Batman and Robin figure series, which is my favorite, non-ironically, favorite Batman movie in the series. I absolutely love Batman and Robin. I love the puns, I love the bright colors, I love the weird Gotham, everything about it. So sorry if you hate on the movie, but I'm really excited. I will be opening 3 figures I just got in the mail today, and actually my husband has already purchased the Chris O'Donnell Robin figure, so I'll show him off too. The Build-A-Figure this time around is everybody's favorite Mr. Freeze, Arnold Schwarzenegger. So we have Batman, of course. We have Batgirl. We have Poison Ivy, my favorite, if you can see behind me at all. And and then we have Robin, and each one comes with a separate piece of Mr. Freeze. So I'm going to start with Robin because he's already open. I had a really hard struggle finding these in stores, so I ended up ordering all of mine online through Target, actually. So they all arrived. Actually, it was weird because Batman came in his own shipment, and then the other two came together, so they must have been stocked at different locations, perhaps. But I'm really glad that they're all here now and can all be reunited together. So first we have the Chris O'Donnell Robin. He looks fantastic for, a 20-something-year-old trying to play a 15-year-old. All of the detail, you can see the little, cut in glass. I don't know if I'm allowed to say NIPPLES on YouTube, but whatever. We got the belt. We got, of course, you got to have a little bit of cake. Look at that cake. Delicious slice of cake. We got this nice flexible cape. We've got the gauntlets. We have this really nice... MacFarlane always really has great face sculpts. So as you can see here, let me see if I can lean in for you. We can see Chris O'Donnell in his finest. The only complaint I have about this figure, sculpture-wise, is that he kind of looks like he has tech neck. Like his neck is set so far forward on his body, on his torso. And he has... like you can bend him mid-torso like most of the MacFarlane figures. But no matter how far back you bend him, the only way to get his neck to look balanced is if you lean him back doing the limbo. So yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I know he was broody in the movie, having just lost his parents, but I feel like there was a missed opportunity there to make him a little more normal. He came with the arms of Mr. Freeze and some ice. So we're going to deal with that at the end when we build the figure. So yeah, not bad. Generally his articulation is very tight. I don't know if it's just the figure or the sculpt in general. Like his knees, you really have to push to bend them. He's got knees, ankles, toes. You really can't do too much. Like he's a circus boy and he really just doesn't, I mean, his hips only go so far. The torso has really nice motion. The head is really just side to side. A little bit of tilt maybe, and then the arms, again, they're not as tight as the legs, but they're a little bit tight, so you got to really work with him to pose him. So yeah, let's crack open another one. We're gonna go on to Batman, the Caped Crusader. Or is that Robin? Wait. Anyway, yeah, what I love about this Batman is it reminds me the most about the comics back when the comics were like a little more zany and a little less depressing, for lack of a better word. And so this really captures like an era of time for me in Batman comics that I really enjoyed. Because for me, I've always read Batman more for his rogues gallery and his wacky villains than his dark and brooding nature. And of course the Bat family is pretty cool too. Although my favorite Robin is Damian Wayne. He's just such a little jerk. All right, I'm going to leave the base in there. They all come with a stand. This is a simple peg stand with the DC logo, so I'll worry about fishing that out later. They also come with the collectible trading cards all the MacFarlane figures have been coming with. Look at this screenshot and information on the back. Real name, Bruce Wayne. You're not supposed to give away his real name in the first moment, guys. Okay, now we're gonna have to free him from his plastic prison. They're still using those like rubbery clothing tag thingies that I hate because they're hard to slide under, but I also don't know a better way to really cut them. This movie also has one of the coolest Batmobiles too. It's just neat. The whole movie's neat. And if you don't like it, well, I think you're a curmudgeon. But maybe you just like dark Batman and not silly Batman, and that's okay. Silly Batman is a big reason why the 60s show and the 60s movie are awesome. Okay, I think that's it. Of course, oh gosh, George Clooney ears are really, really tall on his cowl, so you can see here. Whoa, look at those ears. Like I could like fit my face between the, okay. Once again, now his mold is basically all the same exact solid color black from head to toe. It's kind of a smooth, shiny, non-textured, which I think is nice because it really reflects the old rubbery suits that they used to wear in the movies versus the new textured ones we have now. Really nice, like I could crumple this cape up if I wanted to. Really nice movement on the cape. The cowl is pretty nice. You can actually move his head a lot more than Robin, and he doesn't have the weird tech neck as bad. So that's cool. He has his all black bat belt, the logo, the nippies, and look at these thighs. Like, seriously, somebody get me a watermelon. Yeah, so Batman, pretty cool. Same articulation as Robin, although this figure's knees are way easier to bend. He does make that satisfying, like, squeaky sound when you move him. I guess it's the materials, and he's just ripped. This guy is shredded. He comes with the legs and some more ice pieces for Mr. Freeze. You know what? I'll jump cut to all the like individual pieces once we get to the end of the other two figures. So I'll set this aside for now. And through the magic of editing, we'll come back to that later. Okay, next we have Batgirl. I'm saving my best for last because Poison Ivy, of course, is the most anticipated figure in the set for me. I don't know about you guys, but it's like the only time I ever found Uma Thurman attractive. And also, I just like that iteration of Poison Ivy the best out of all the versions they've had in the live action shows and things. I'm so tired of her being like an angsty teen whose parents were abusive. I really like, you know, I like Ivy being a eco-terrorist and a little bit crazy for Mother Nature. So here we have Batgirl's card, really nice shot of Alicia Silverstone, and then some information. Don't tell anybody. Her name's Barbara. Although it's funny because it's Barbara Wilson, and it definitely should be Barbara Gordon, but they made the whole change in the movie from Alfred's granddaughter versus Gordon, Commissioner Gordon's daughter. So it's kind of weird. Yeah, to me, it's just a weird choice. Like, why not just go with Barbara Gordon? I mean, I guess they didn't want to go with the redhead or the Oracle thing because they already had a redhead in the movie. But yeah, I don't know. Just, she did a fine job in the film. Just some weird choices. Her figure's got more texture than the other two. I would love to go back through some of the movie stills and see if that texture existed on her outfit in the films versus the other two. Or if that's something that I just imagined. I already really can tell that I like the breastplate of her figure. Let's see if I can get her out. Come on. Oh, her arms are still trapped. Okay. Get her. What is stuck? Oh, her cape is tricky. Okay, so here's Babs. They did this cool ombre effect with her hair, which is really interesting. Let me see if I can get this to focus a little bit. See that? How it like fades down to the lighter blonde tips in the hair? She's got her mask. Really nice face sculpt for her. I mean, she's a little generic, but she looks good. All of the detail in her outfit, though, is gorgeous. You've got these like breastplate areas here. We have the like little over panty, the corseting lines. We have the thigh-high boots, which are fabulous. Let's check for cake. Let's see. Oh, we have some cake. Of course, the movie did do a lot of cake shots here and there. She's got her these greaves are actually pretty sharp. They kind of poke you pretty hard if you grab her too fast. And then look at the shape of this cape. Really cool. Much more bat-like in the bottom cuts. Yeah, really cool figures this time around. Same articulation zones as the other two. Only difference being that like her legs are a little slimmer and she has a heel on her shoes, so she'll be a little bit more difficult to balance. But that's what the stand is for, to help us out. She comes with the head, the pauldrons, and the ice gun for Mr. Freeze. Again, we'll jump to him in a moment. And now it is time for my most anticipated figure in the set, Poison Ivy. Now, I don't know. I think I have two different versions of the Batman and Robin Ivy specifically already in figures. One is just a pop vinyl, and the other is an older figure, but it's more of a CoverGirl one, so I don't think it's really modeled after the movie. It's just like loosely based on that design. Her outfit was absolutely stunning in this film. Here she is. Smoke show. Yeah. Okay, let's free her. Her little arms look so delicate. Now, she's the only member of the squad that doesn't have a cape. So she was a lot easier to depackage. Let's get her in close for you. Look at this. This is the coolest figure. Her hair is like so textured. She even has the tiny little roselets made out of hair on top of her head, which is one of my favorite details to do when I cosplay her. Here we have her Ivy. We've got her really cool face masky kind of Ivy down to the earrings. We've got her textured leaf outfit. Look at the paint job on this. Really, really cool. Right, rear view's not so bad either. The tights, the Ivy texture. The boots are kind of an interesting ombre fade. It's fine. They're not super detailed. Like I don't know. Like she's got a little chonk in the ankle area, but she looks good. Probably good to help her stand up. Here's more of the back with her hair. And then her gloved hands, of course, are where she had her pheromone dust. And if you look carefully, they actually did put the little Ivy pad on her palm where she blows the dust from. The only thing I wish she came with that she doesn't have is the Bat credit card, because you should never leave home without it. Yeah, really cool. She's got a lot of articulation. Like this girl can bend. She's a lot slimmer than say like, you know, the masculine figure. She's actually comparatively way more flexible than the Barbara figure as well. Yeah, I'm really, really excited about this. I cannot wait to pose them together. My only regret is that there wasn't additionally a Bane figure, because I love posing her with Bane. I do have one comment though. They did something really weird with her shoulders, and I think it's just because she has nude shoulders, but they sort of segmented it. It reminds me of how Figuarts does the Sailor Moon cuffs on the dolls for the cuffs on their fukus for their outfit, but she's got this extra secondary piece between the ball joint and the shoulder. And if you shift it in just the right way, it actually looks pretty bad in the back. So I guess bare skin in this slim model, like here's a good picture of like the gap. There's a big gap there. It's kind of weird. Let's see if I can get it to focus. This is what I'm talking about with the shoulder gaps. Really weird stuff. Kook. Just, it's kind of weird, but I know with the right pose, she's going to look phenomenal. I do think they tried to hide a lot of that shoulder issue with the hair. Like maybe I can, yeah, let me try and lift the hair up so you can kind of see what I'm talking about here. Can you see that gapping there? Yeah, it's kind of weird. But yeah, she's still a beautiful figure, even with the shoulder thing. You only really notice it if you're like looking at the back. But yeah, very cool. All right, I'm gonna pop on back in a moment and show you Mr. Freeze. You can see the carnage of Victor Freeze. Just want to show you the pieces before they're assembled and what it kind of looks like. We're gonna turn this to this. All right, last up we have Mr. Freeze. Here he is built together. I did struggle a little. His leg fell off like 4 times, but he looks phenomenal. He's heavy. He has a lot of textural details, nuts, bolts, connectors. The blue, it's painted. Like there's kind of a missed opportunity for like a clear acrylic to make sure he looks more like glass in his outfit, but that's okay. He has his freeze gun, so he can say bad puns and freeze everybody. That's pretty neat. The ray, you can have on mode or off mode, I guess. Very nice, very cool. It does fit in his hand. I love his helmet and his sculpt. He looks fantastic. Very serious. Put that cookie down now. Yeah, phenomenal. Decent Build-A-Figure. Like I said, the parts are a little loose, but like he's really neat. Look at how much his toe. Ow, are you okay? Are you okay, Mr. Freeze? He does also come with a couple of icing accessories that you can utilize to like freeze your favorite characters. I'm sure they fit in a very, very specific way that I have yet to try or figure out. But yeah, I know that these little guys go on the fist, so he can freeze somebody mid-punch like this. Okay. The big ones look more like, they remind me of like when Robin got frozen into like a solid block and had to be defrosted. So I think they're going to clip on to various parts of the figures. So yeah, I'm really excited. This is an excellent figure line for what is exactly what, as I said, my favorite of all the there goes the leg. My favorite of all the Batman movies. And so, yeah, really looking forward to posing these guys together on my shelf.